Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Fings.
And we're back, man. Episode 204. All right, man. We'll get right into it. The Super Bowl, the biggest topic of discussion for the day. Today is Sunday. We just got through watching the game, and the punk-ass Rams just won. Me and Keith are both Niner fans, and we obviously lost to the Rams. And you just got to tip your hat sometimes, so tip my hat to the Rams. But fuck them. You know, they sold to Illuminati to get all them goddamn players.
Yeah.
Okay. You spent all that fucking money. You better win, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You got OBJ. You got fucking Von Miller. You got Miller. Yeah. So you got all these guys over there. You know, you got Whitworth of what, like 2 years ago or so. Oh, you just got Stafford. So you spent all that money.
Not Stafford, yeah.
Yeah. So you spent all that money. You motherfuckers better win.
Yeah.
You know? Shout out to Cooper Kupp though.
I think as a just a football fan, I'm definitely happy for Aaron Donald. You know, he's obviously one of the greatest defensive players ever, or greatest football players ever. And he was basically saying the whole year, like, you know, that's the only thing that's missing from my resume, is winning that Super Bowl. So him and definitely Odell Beckham, you know, just for him to have that resurgence, or that, you know, because people kind of counted him out. They said he was immature, all these different things. But for him to kind of, he didn't say nothing the whole year. He didn't speak about nothing, even, you know, through being released with the Browns, and obviously going to the Rams. But, you know, he didn't say nothing. I think he's just grown up a lot, you know, compared to his days as a Giant. So shout out to Odell Beckham too.
Yeah, I don't know where he'll go, but he's got a ring now. You know, he became a part of that team. So with me though, now it's just the way that the NFL, NBA is, it's just a bunch of good motherfuckers on one team. And I hate that, because the role of the actual role of role players used to win championships in the 90s. Even in the 2000s. It was always the guys like fucking Ron Harper's and the Robert Ory's and guys like that who won games. You didn't need a whole fucking stacked roster full of people. It just pisses me off, man. I get so annoying.
Yeah.
And this practice has been adopted in multiple sports, mainly in NBA. In the NBA and in the NFL now, low-key. So I would say with the Buccaneers, I wouldn't say that was the thing when they won the title, because the only real change they made was getting Tom Brady, but they did get AB too.
Yeah, they got
Antonio Brown too. Well, they got Antonio Brown and his mental illness and his CTE. So they got three people. They had three personalities, but they got that motherfucker.
Yeah. They had to pay three different salaries.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Super Bowl was great, man. It was a good game. To all those that seen it, I mean, it's not a whole lot to say. It's not too many specifics to get into. OBJ got hurt early, you know, but he scored that opening. At least it was that opening drive. No, no, it wasn't the opening drive, was it?
It might have been the second drive.
I think it was the second drive.
It wasn't the first quarter, though.
Yeah, but the Rams drew first blood, and, you know, OBJ was definitely a part of that game for sure. Without his contributions, they would have not won that game.
Yeah, he was flying around the field.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell it was going to be one of those games for him.
Yeah. So now, you know, it's undeniable now. Now, whenever he retires, he got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, gotta put him up there with the greats.
Here's the thing, too, as Niner fans, though, we real shitty towards Aaron Donald, because the Niners be punking them, right? Niners be punking the Rams, whooping their ass. Yeah. But if they say anything to Aaron, all they got to do is like, I got a ring, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I got a ring.
Yeah.
You could beat us 7 times in a row.
But that regular season don't matter.
Yeah, I'm the one with a ring. You know, we had Jimmy Garoppolo's sorry fucking ass, and if we had a better quarterback, Niners would have been in the Super Bowl. But no. We went and smacked Dallas in Dallas. Then you smack the Packers in Green Bay. Then you come back to L.A., which is basically home field, because it was more Niner fans than Rams fans, because Rams barely have culture in L.A. Like, they only been back a few fucking years. They came back in 2016. So, you know, it's Niners was running that house.
Yeah, it was loud in there.
It was loud for the Niners, man, you know. But hey, look, I don't want to sound like a hater, so I'm gonna just tip my hat.
You do sound like one right now.
Yeah, straight up, like on some real man. Fuck the Rams. Fuck the Rams, bro. That's one team I don't fuck. I'm a Dodger, Laker fan, but I'm a Niner fan, bro. I don't fuck with the Rams.
Joe Burrow is a dog, though. I think he's gonna be around for a minute, and he's young. It's second year.
Get somebody to protect that kid.
Yeah, he in there getting bent up and stuff.
Yeah, man, he gonna break both his fucking. He already got a brace on one leg, on the right leg. Now y'all about to break the left leg too, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, great game. Shout out to the Rams. Joe Burrow didn't look like he didn't look defeated when he lost though. When he lost, he looked like he wanted to go back.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look like he was crying. Like Jamar Chase and all them had their hands on their head. Joe Burrow looked like he looked like he could just look through a motherfucker at that point. And they said he was the last person to leave.
Yeah. He's taking it all in. He's young too. I think, those are the type of lessons you learn from, as a young player, especially him. Like he's a extremely competitive person. You could just see like, even the confidence he carries. And he also, he was very successful in college too. Yeah. So, he knows what it feels like to win or to be on that podium. And I can see him. It's very difficult to win a Super Bowl. Hell yeah! But I can see him getting one before his career is over. Yeah, he's just that good to me. And he has in Chase. He's a really good receiver too. So if they get an offensive line, their defense played well enough to win. The offensive line played terribly. Yeah. But if they get some draft some offensive linemen, get some offensive linemen in free agency, he could definitely make a run. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Well, enough about the game. Let's talk about that halftime show with Snoop Dogg, Dr. J, Kendrick Lamar, Mary J. Blige, and Eminem. 50
Cent. Yeah. Now he's turned into a full dollar. Yeah. 50 Cent was up there looking like a roasted chicken. God damn. Yeah. That nigga got big, yo. So you can find me in the club, bottom for the bug, when he was upside down, he was talking about find me in the club. He was referencing a club sandwich.
I'm dead. Hey, he looked big. He looked bigger hanging upside down. Yeah. When they turned him over, he just looked kind of like like he don't lift weights no more.
That nigga was looking like a hamster upside down.
Yeah, he should have had a shirt.
And coming 20 deep is funny. I was in the club. Oh man, that threw me off because we both seen it and we both like looked at each other like, yo, what's up with 50?
And mind you, like Dr. Dre is in pretty decent shape for his age. Mm-hmm. He for sure be like working out regularly.
Yeah, he put some weight on though.
Yeah, and then obviously Snoop is always skinny. And then, Mary J. Blige actually looked like she be taking care of herself too. And then 50 Cent just come out like, he got hips now,
50?
Yeah.
I don't know what you heard about me, but a chicken sandwich can't get nothing out of me. No Cadillac, no chrome she can't see.
That's what happened when you're not an active rapper no more. He making TV, executive producing shows and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm a motherfucking PIMP. He always sounded like he had his mouth closed. Yeah. But I think the reason why he kind of sounds like that because he got shot in the face.
Yeah. He was missing. I think fragment still might be in his mouth.
Yeah, it's in his jaw and he got his tooth shot out. Like they try to fuck 50 up. Well, they did fuck kill him. Yeah. Yeah, they was trying to get him bad. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine when they would shoot him? He's like, oh, in the club. In the club.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Nah, that was dope though. I think it was like a huge moment for
LA.
For LA, but just for the West Coast in general. Like we, as I'm not from LA by any means, but as just a fan or, just a fan of West Coast music and, how much LA has influenced the entire hip hop community. I thought it was dope. I also think like, it's just a proud moment when you really from California and you could see, that's the music you grew up on. Those are the soundtracks to, your early days and your childhood. And then just kind of seeing it put on this huge stage. And then also it made it look even better because I wouldn't say like, not to like really compare him to other years, but it really felt like the perfect storm. Like you got Dr. Dre, it's in LA, you got Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre is like a genius in his own right when it comes to just putting on a show. Like even like the commercial leading up to it, and I don't know how much input Dr. Dre has on these things, but just the commercial leading up to it and different things that he even the like the Kobe Bryant thing. He did like some sort of like score to match like I think the funeral or something like that. But Dr. Dre as an entity, he's kind of like, he's not even like really in music like that, but just to see like his genius put on display and, you know, just for the world to see, I think it was dope.
But I fucking hated it. I'm gonna tell you why. I loved it and hated it because it's not concurrent. This is 30 years past due.
Yeah.
Whenever it's a rock artist or somebody, they get them on stage. But because they had such a problem with hip hop in the 90s, they didn't have them on stage in the Super Bowl. They should have been on a fucking Super Bowl back in 2000. They should have been back in the Super Bowl in 98.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Now you got an old Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. These niggas got arthritis and shit up there. And it's like, it was still dope, but I'm pissed off. I was infuriated at the same time because of how much they fucking... Hip hop is the most popular genre in the world, yet you wait until 2022 to put these artists up. 50 Cent's the music he had going, it was in 2003.
Yeah.
Eminem, we talking about 2002.
Yeah.
And it's like, dog, and the crazy thing about it is, not until recently with the acceptance of things, and now they have more melanated people involved with Super Bowl organizing. You know, Jay-Z. You know, Jay-Z now, you know, but beforehand, man, it was not. I mean, they had Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was in the Super Bowl at halftime, wasn't he?
Yeah, but what you're saying is true, but they do have legacy acts that come back and, like Prince. When Prince did it, he was definitely out of his prime.
Yeah.
But Prince, like, for sure, just shut it down.
Yeah, but what I mean is growing up in the 90s, you know that the government had NWA on a list of people like a terrorist.
Yeah, for sure.
So they were not allowing hip hop acts to do things like the Super Bowl at all. It, like, I'm talking about more specifically like Dr. Dre's and NWA's and Snoop Dogg's of the world. They couldn't even fucking sniff the stage.
Yeah.
So I still think it's dope. I just think it's 30 years past due. And at least, even if they're not, I mean, if you did this in 2010, if you put Snoop Dogg and them on the stage in 2010, it would still been too late. It's not too late, but it would still been way later.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you think about the acts that have been up there, and I think it's cool, and I don't want to sound just unappreciative, but fuck, man, it just shows how long it took for hip hop to be on these massive, you know, platforms. But I think it was dope the way they captured the essence. But one thing they fucking missed is they missed the goddamn Tupac hologram, man.
He said he would not do that anymore, though.
You wouldn't do it no more?
Yeah, he said after Coachella that he wouldn't do that anymore.
Oh, man.
The only ode to him was when Dr. Dre...
I'm like, man, pull the fucking hologram out here, man. You in L.A. It's the Super Bowl. You will never get a chance to do this again. That's why you should have put the hologram out there.
He said he's not going to... It's
man,
weird.
Fuck all that.
You really know... Imagine if I was doing this this podcast and everywhere I went, I had a hologram of you right by my side.
Dude, it's the Super Bowl, though. Like, if you're going to Coachella, they have Coachella all the time, and you can go back. But we talking about the Super Bowl in L.A. In L.A. We talking about L.A. culture.
If you made a promise to yourself that you would not, a person you genuinely knew, I'm not doing that no more, then just, you know, you don't have to do it.
All right, Key. In the great words of Tupac, I ain't mad at you. Okay,
yeah.
You can have your take.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, we talking about L.A. It's a whole bunch of acts that they missed too. Like, Kendrick did cool, but I feel like if you got those acts, you really don't. I said that one act that I felt would have been dope up there with them too would have been Exhibit.
Yeah.
Exhibit would have been dope just to have like certain other West Coast artists to embody that. I think Cube would have been dope up there. I think
I think Cube above anybody. Just his. I mean, they started NWA together. You know what I mean? I think that would have been.
Can you imagine the amount of backlash if Cube got up there and they just changed the plans? He's like, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad because I'm brown.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Even Kendrick Lamar, he didn't say the line about the police.
Yeah.
Like he blurted out himself.
Like, and they hate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they hate ho-hos. He just replaced the po-po with like...
He didn't say nothing.
Like, ain't nobody hate ho-hos, man. I love those snacks.
What's her name? Eminem took a knee up there.
He did?
Yeah, he did.
I didn't see it. I thought they told him not to do it.
No, he did it. They knew he was going to do it too, yeah.
I didn't notice it.
I didn't see it either, but I seen
it. Throws me off like when white people take knees because they just look like maybe he's tired. I don't know.
Yeah, he just tying the shoe.
Yeah, tying my shoe with Samus and Reyes and Venus and Serenus and Manus and Venus and Venus and Penis and Venus and these. Because that's how he raps now, I guess.
Yeah, that's how he used to rap.
Huh?
That's how he used to rap.
Nah, he be doing that now. Remember that freestyle he did recently talking about Trump? That shit was whack.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got love for him, but that flow he's talking about, he's like, in the bananas and ranus and vanis and fanison. You're just a phantom in a phantom in the phantom of the phantom of phantom of phantom. Adam Sandler in the back of the random.
Chris D'Elia is a fool.
Bananas and bandanas. Yeah, that was.
I think it was dope, man. I think all of them sounded really good too.
Yeah,
like a lot of times, not in the Super Bowl, and these guys are professionals, but a lot of times you'll be seeing these Rolling Loud performances and all these other performances where they just rapping over the tracks or whatever.
Right.
Like everybody sounded legit, and the dancers, the whole like the background dancers and the band,
the lowriders,
Anderson .Paak go out there, hop on the drums.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
I was at the Super Bowl. Yes, Lord. Yeah, that was dope though, man. Yeah. The lowriders, they embodied everything.
Yeah.
But I think like if you want to like, I think what they missed up there, I think they could have played a Nipsey. Like the Rams came out to Nipsey. But I think if you rep him during the Super Bowl, that would have been better.
Yeah.
Like just in the middle of it, just get everybody hyped. Last time that I checked, you put that shit in there too. Like just embody all the West Coast, like, cause dude, you gotta understand, like I said, this is in LA.
Yeah.
You only get this one shot. You got the Rams playing in LA on the Super Bowl. What I did like too is on the ground, they had this big old tarp that had like the LA hoods on it. You see that?
Yeah.
It had like all the hoods like sketched out, which I thought was dope.
Yeah. No, it's dope. Yeah, I think overall it's dope. Shout out to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre is like an idol of mine. I think he's just an amazing like artist and producer. So I think it's just dope to see. And it kind of sucks that he's kind of on the tail end of his career, but he still put out quality music to this day. But yeah, it's just
he said that still got a cuff in the crease, still not loving police.
Yeah,
he said that.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, there's gonna be some right wing outlets that are going after that, like Dr. Dre belittled the police department during the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's like the problem with like liberal and conservative outlets is they always look for some way to spoil the fucking fun.
Yeah,
if you don't like hip hop, change the fucking channel, because most people like rap. Okay. So just fucking chill, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I posted something and some dude was like, I hated the Super Bowl and that whack ass rapper halftime show. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that was fire.
Shut up, dog.
I wouldn't even have
entertained that conversation. I don't tend to call things whack that I don't partake in. For example, if it's a country singer, let's say it's Blake Shelton or whatever, Kenny Chesney or whoever like that. I'm not a huge country fan, but I know talent when I hear it. If objectively I'm not the hugest fan of country and I listen to them sing, I'm like, that motherfucker can sing. He's got talent.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be like, fucking country sucks, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just shut up.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal, man.
Also, shout out to Janae Aiko.
Yeah, Janae, yeah. She's from LA.
Yeah, she's a LA native, so that's a good look for her.
I wonder what other things they could have embodied the Super Bowl with that were LA. I'm trying to think. And the only things, man, I bet you they told him. It would have been crazy if Snoop Dogg would have hit the blunt up there.
He ain't hitting no blunt on national TV like that.
Blaze it
Heck
up.
Nah. At the
Top
BET
dog,
Awards,
light 'em
maybe.
off. Yeah, I'm lifting it up. My life, your life, nigga, living it up.
Nah.
He the first nigga to crip walk on the Super Bowl.
Nah, that was fire for sure.
I was like, he crip walking.
The Crips is up right now. I don't know what y'all, the Bloods, y'all got to figure something out.
Yeah, the Bloods just did a drive-by after seeing that. Oh, we shooting these. Fuck this.
Crips is up one right now.
Oh man. Yeah, that's dope. The Lowriders is on there. That was so dope, bro. Yeah. The only thing they was missing though, it's so much more LA culture. They could have had I don't know what else. It's so many things in LA, man. Mm-hmm. You could have had somebody doing tattoos during a halftime show. I didn't see one taco truck.
It wasn't really.
There.
It was LA, but it was more so like LA combined with because Dr. Dre is not really from LA. He's from Compton, but it was like LA, but it was really Dr. Dre's like umbrella or Dr. Dre's family tree. So that's why you have like a Eminem and a Mary J. Blige and a 50 Cent.
Yeah, man. I'm saying, look, they was missing. They should have had at least one taco truck up there.
Yeah.
They ain't had no street dogs. You know what I'm saying? You had no street hot dogs wrapped in bacon.
Definitely need some of that.
I ain't see no bacon wrapped hot dogs. We talking about LA, right?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Nothing. With nobody selling nothing. With no fruit out there. Mm-hmm. We got. They had the low riders. I didn't see no pit bulls up there.
I was waiting for. Kendrick Lamar to be like, "We stand by you, Isaiah Rashad."
Oh no! Oh man! And when I wake up, I'm something for the bacon. Oh man, yeah, he did a good job though, man. He was real short for Kendrick Lamar, but that was really dope. Mm-hmm. Eminem did decent.
Yeah, Eminem did it,
and it was very convenient. You know, if you had one shot, and it's a Super Bowl, I felt the song was very fitting to the tone of the game.
Yeah, that was what the juice the Rams needed to come out and get the victory.
Yeah, man.
Was lose yourself?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was dope how when Eminem got up there and he started doing it, everybody ran up.
With the sweatsuit.
With the sweatsuits on. Yeah.
That was dope.
That's so dope.
Just the whole like choreography of everything was dope. How like everyone had their own section. And then even the way it was set up, it had like a almost like not a skyline literally, but like a barber shop and then like a different store right here, and then on top is Dr. Dre with the soundboard because you know he infamous for like mixing, turning knobs on the SSL and stuff like that. So
I could just see Exhibit popping up there like, "What's up, LA? I'm about to pimp your ride."
One lucky fan, I'ma pimp your ride.
You know they always had a backstory. All right, so right now my boy Jared said he a virgin, right? He ain't getting no play from the ladies, but we about to pimp his ride. They bring his ride up. Oh my God, yeah, you gonna get a lot of pussy with this bar. So you wanna be a player.
Yeah.
But your wheels ain't fly.
Yo, what's up, Jared? Normally we pimp rides, but I'ma pimp your hoe, cause she ugly. You get her like double D's and a BBL.
We put some fake titties on your hoe. We got a BBL. Oh man, that'd be crazy. We put a BBL on your ride. This the first car to have a prosthetic ass on it. Oh man, it'd be that big dude. You know that dude Dame, that big black dude? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, so what we did here, we put a fake ass on the back of your car.
They be acting all surprised.
What was that black dude that was like the nerd, the one that would always put like TVs?
Yeah,
he put TVs on car, like TVs in places that shouldn't. So what we did right here was we put a 14-inch monitor on your rims, so everybody can see you going down the street. And, you know, and since you're going to be a tech student and you're really into the metaverse and crypto, what we did is this whole thing, this whole car is not really a car; it's actually an NFT. Turn that into.
They used to always try to like connect it to their own personal stories.
Yeah. So we know that you like dogs and you have a pit bull that you rescue. So what we did is we took a bunch of dog shit and we put it in the paint. We sprayed the paint onto your car so you can always have dogs with you wherever you go.
That was comedy.
Oh man. What about the commercials?
Oh
my God, dude. What I can say that this was a very tech heavy year.
Yeah, for sure.
They were shoving electric cars down our fucking throats.
I don't want nothing shoved down my
company.
Throat. Mm-hmm.
Every company. They were shoving cars down our throats like hawk, hawk, hawk. There was GM had an electric car, Chevy had an electric car, BMW had an electric car, and Kia. Mm-hmm.
And it was Polaris or something. It was another brand
one,
that I wasn't too familiar with.
It's like, and maybe because the Super Bowl was in L.A., maybe, because, fucking Newsom is pushing the agenda to have everything electric by 2033, right? This Super Bowl is going to be marked as the one that literally, like, where technology started to really change on a big scale because there's so many fucking electric cars. It was and a Tesla commercial too.
It was a Tesla one?
Yes, there was a Tesla commercial too.
Man,
so that's 5 different electric cars, man. That's fully wild. Electric. They also were heavy in crypto. They had some crypto commercials popped up.
Trading platforms and stuff like that. LeBron was in the crypto commercial, crypto.com commercial. That was pretty dope. Just having him with his younger self.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy. I was watching one day they're gonna really put a LeBron James documentary together, which is gonna be super crazy. But LeBron, obviously he's a great one of the greatest basketball players ever, but like he's pretty much always been great. They had this thing when he was 16 and he was like, they were like describing him as the nappy headed kid. Like, oh, the little nappy head, like the little sophomore or whatever, like he dope, he legit. And then they just show him out here and he's like balling on all the number 1 players in the country and stuff. So I was like, man, that was just crazy to see. But it was just weird seeing that. I think that was like a pretty cool commercial, just kind of tie him to his childhood and then kind of like bring it full circle, talking about the future and investing in crypto and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It was dope. And he was at the game like with 30 chains on and some Versace and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good game, man. It was a good game. It was just the atmosphere, everything about it was dope. But the commercials besides that, the only one I seen that was decent, because the commercials pretty much sucked. It wasn't no great ones. The only one that stuck out to me was the Meta one. It was like the Metaverse one.
Oh, it was like almost like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, imagine like this very old, like antiquated like idea of how child like pizza parlors should be.
Yeah, they used to have electronic little characters and they would be a band and then the kids would go up and watch and stuff. Yeah.
But basically it's like a bunch of these characters that get aged out and then they remove them from this place that they thrived in and they move them all over the place and use them as props. Like they stand them in a place and use them for,
It went to a thrift store. And then from the thrift store it ended up like going
to like a dump.
Yeah. And then it was in like almost like a theme, like what's the spot?
What are you talking about? The museum?
In Bakersfield by Burger King. It's like a arcade where they got the racetrack and stuff like that.
Oh, Camelot?
Yeah, kind of like a Camelot if you're from Bakersfield, like a Camelot Park, and then they just had the character sitting there, and then eventually it ended up in a trash can and somebody saved it.
Yeah, no, not in a trash can. It ended up in like a car crusher. They were about to crush it, and the lady said, "Stop, no!" And then she used that as like whatever. And then one of the there was a bunch of people that had those things you put. Is it Oculus?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had Oculus things on his eyes, and then the guy was playing with it. And then he went home, but he put the Oculus thing on one of those stuffed animals, and then the stuffed animal literally went back, almost. He was in the metaverse, but he was playing on the Oculus Rift thing.
Yeah,
and he was like in his glory days.
Yeah, I guess the theme of that is if you're not cool in real life, use Oculus.
Pretty much,
and you could be cool.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you want us to pimp your ride,
They said there was some case where some girl
she
got assaulted.
They said she got assaulted in the metaverse.
People weird, dog.
How the fuck does that happen?
How you abuse somebody virtually?
I don't know, man.
That's some crazy stuff. People are really sick.
Yeah, I'm just saying, how do you get abused? How's that possible? And how do people do it?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't been in there, but I think the people doing that is just weird.
Yeah, what's weird too is I don't know, is it like The Sims or something? Are people fucking on there?
I don't know if you can have sex.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I wonder if you could catch a virus or some sort of STD in there.
That'd be crazy. You fuck around and catch some fucking virus from the metaverse.
Damn, they should implement that just so people ain't acting too crazy.
It'd be crazy. What if your ass got an STD in real life and in the metaverse?
That would suck.
You just
the metaverse is you're supposed to be able to start over.
I don't know. You might just be a dirty motherfucker.
Yeah. That's the new wave, though. You know,
shit is crazy, yo. I'm old enough, at the age of 36, I'm old enough to see the world and the internet change. I remember back in the day, we had a dial-up internet. That motherfucker said,
tying up the phone lines.
yeah, you couldn't, if somebody's on the phone, you couldn't even use the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Or you would hear like, static? Like, remember all those free trials?
Yeah, we would abuse I still abuse free trials to this day. But back in the day, I for sure, you get the little disc or something like that.
Yeah. The Yahoo, you got mail.
Yeah.
You got mail.
The internet access is just everywhere now. But back in the day, it was like, you would just hope your parents would pay for some internet.
Back in the day, internet porn wasn't like videos. It was just like pictures.
It's images, yeah.
You'd be like, oh shit.
It'd be loading hella slow too. You'd be like trying to bust when you see a little bit of areola.
Oh shit, there's some titties on you.
You know, it'd be crazy, and we might get canceled for this. Imagine if like how slow it loaded, and it was just like, you see the eyes, you be like, dang, she look good. You start to see the lips, like, dang, she got some big old lips. It go down a little bit more, you start to see some titties, and then go down a little bit more, and then you realize it's a trans woman.
Oh,
you be like,
no.
God dang.
Edit
Your
point.
nut would jump back in.
No. Edit point. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, man, I don't know where the fuck we was going with that, but yeah, the commercial for the most part was very tech heavy, very, very tech heavy. Lots of electric cars.
Yeah, that's in the way.
I don't want to say it's a California pushing an agenda thing. I don't want to say that, but who knows? It could be maybe because it's California, and they really do want to get electric cars on the road.
But those commercials play after. This is like the beginning of the new commercial rollouts.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. So they premiere them at the Super Bowl, and then they just kind of play the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's true. They're gonna do that. You know, but what better stage than the Super Bowl?
Yeah, you got to
millions of dollars. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a pretty entertaining. Obviously, if you're a fan of football, you would have wanted to would have wanted your team to be playing. But you know, can't win them all.
You can find me in the club. Bottle full of bud, mommy, I got what you needed, wanted to fill the bud. I'm into eating snacks, I ain't into making love, so come give me a hug if you're into getting rubbed.
Come give my stomach a rub.
When it rolled 20 deep, it's only problems in the club.
You know what's funny is on his second album, he drew the definition. Yeah, so he should have did that in real life.
Yeah, he tried to be upside down like in the video.
Yeah, it was dope, but it's just when we see celebrities, we don't see them every day. Right. So if I happen to get a little chubby, Eddie would probably notice it, but it would be harder to detect because like you seeing me every single day or whatever. Right. But when we see a guy like 50 Cent, and even they were talking about Lauren London, when we see him, we only see him every few months or every so often. So it just be like, dang, you gained however many pounds, but. Yeah, it's crazy.
Can I be your best friend? I want you around all the time.
I want you around me all the time.
I'll be your best friend. Promise you'll share your snacks.
Now 50 could have honestly did that show by himself. Yeah, like, he got so many hits, especially those first two albums.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
50 Cent, especially G-Unit was everything in the early 2000s. We talk about 2003 to like 2005. G-Unit was everything. I had all the G-Unit t-shirts back then. I wanna be your
It's
lover.
so crazy you realize how powerful, especially after Dr. Dre stopped being an active rapper, when he just started stamping people as the producer or the executive.
Right.
It was like that's all you needed. I think the only, and no disrespect to Anderson .Paak, but the only one that didn't like go crazy would have to be Anderson .Paak. But it's a little bit different because he's more of a more of a singer and stuff.
Yes, Lord, Dr. Dre. Thank you, Dr. Dre. So what we did is we pimped Anderson .Paak's ride. We just told him to shut the fuck up and sit down in your new ride. Yo, Exhibit, when he used to show up to the when he used to show up to the door for Pimp My Ride, And people would always, it would be like I don't know if it was fake or it was an overreaction.
Yeah.
They would be just jumping all over him. A lot of guys would be doing it too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably fake.
Yeah, it's probably fake. Because you hear about the horror stories of Pimp My Ride, about how it's all fake. Like they don't do anything to the motor. They leave that same fucked up motor in it.
Yeah.
And even the body work and shit that they did was shoddy.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of this one girl, she got her car done and she said it was a nightmare afterwards. It had a bunch of electrical problems and shit. Mm-hmm. That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
So
it's entertainment.
West Coast Customs, because they weren't making a lot of money. Basically, they made a lot of money doing real jobs for people's cars. Mm-hmm. But for Pimp My Ride, to say they make no money, they just got a bunch of scrap and junk parts to put on these cars.
I believe it.
That's a fucked up.
I would also want to hear like the good stories though.
Yeah,
because I mean, you know, it's just like a review for any type of thing.
But they always made a lot of the stories were fabricated. Mm-hmm. Like one dude said he had a girlfriend, right? And then he was overweight, and he said, "Yeah, my man here is a little bit insecure. He ain't got no girlfriend." Like, and the dude really had a girlfriend, but because he was overweight, they made up a story saying that he was insecure and he didn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. He's like,
that's TV, man.
That's TV. Mm-hmm. So my man right here, we about to pimp his ride. He retarded, but we gonna get it right. You're like, wait a minute, dude. This guy sounds, he doesn't sound like anything's wrong. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. So my man right here, he been in the closet. So what we did is put a closet in his car.
Like, what? Oh man. We heard you like butt stuff. So since you like anal, what we gonna do? The back of your car got a bunch of lube everywhere. Oh man. Anyways. All right. Switching gears. Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day will be tomorrow, which is Monday. And a lot of people all over America will be spending
today.
Huh?
Today.
What do you mean?
When they're hearing it.
Yeah, when they're hearing it. But it's Sunday. As we stated, we recorded right after the Super Bowl. I'm just trying to give you guys a realistic timestamp. Okay? Mm-hmm. Stop interrupting me, Keith.
All right.
Okay? I'll call the people on you. All right? But Valentine's Day. People are spending a lot of money on it, and I just seen an article right here. And it says, Valentine's Day gifts. How much will we spend on the day of love? Whether you are a singleton or all loved up, the most romantic day of the year is creeping up on us again, Valentine's Day. And with it comes a desire to reach into our pockets and shower our loved ones with romantic gestures and gifts. For many of us, the day means spoiling our beloved with breakfast in bed, a delicious dinner, and presenting them with chocolates, flowers, and gifts. For retailers, it's the first big spending frenzy with all the hubbub of the holiday, whatever. Let's get into what they're going to spend. And it was, America spent $21.8 billion on Valentine's Day in 2021.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, dude. Mm-hmm. The average American spent almost $164.76 in 2021. That's a lot of money.
The average American spent $164.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day?
Yeah. What
are they buying?
I don't know. Probably some sex toys.
Ah, it's wild.
Babe, I got you this new dildo. It's the Vibration 3000. It goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So when I'm at work, you can handle your business.
I think most people just need to hire somebody to have sex with their girl because they know.
Oh my God,
not working out for them.
You get home. This is Deshaun. Who the fuck is this? Who let him in the house? What the fuck, man? Get this nigga the fuck out of here. There is a gift that I seen that's really interesting. I heard it on the Flagrant 2 podcast. Shout out to Andrew Schultz and Akash Singh. All right. They basically talked about it on their how they do the ad reads, and it's called clap cleats. Basically, what this shit is, a good name. What this shit is a pair of socks, right? And this is the purpose behind clap cleats. I'm not making it up. You could go to their website or look them up on Instagram. This is a real thing. What clap cleats are socks that have these rubbery like grip things that grip onto either carpet or hardwood flooring, and they're made for men that when you hit in the doggy style, you won't lose your footing. Mm-hmm. That is literally what these socks are for. So if you've ever been in the act of sex and you're slipping all over the place and your feet and your socks flip upside down around your foot, these socks are made to keep you firmly planted in the ground when you're hitting it from the back. That is literally the purpose of these, and these are selling out like crazy on Valentine's Day.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, I think it's cool, but what sucks for some women is they're going to be into it, and then he going to bust.
Nah, that doggy style hit different.
Yeah, it's going to be hitting way different when you ain't slipping around, too. That's just going to be a fast nut, bro.
That's funny.
It was really good. I mean, it was 2 minutes, but like it was better than the last time.
It was a good 2 minutes.
It was a better 2 minutes.
It was better than last time.
It's better than last time.
Yeah, that's cool. Maybe how much? You know how much they cost?
I'm not sure. You would have to visit their website. But yeah, people are spending a lot of money on a lot of shit. And fellas, please stop proposing on Valentine's Day. Stop this shit. Just stop. You know why? I'll tell you why. If you propose on days like Valentine's Day, we just seen a Rams safety. He just proposed to his girlfriend after he won the Super Bowl. Yeah. And it's like, the reason why you got to stop doing this shit is because you are pushing that woman into a position where she can't say no. She is in a position where she can't say no.
Yeah.
If you propose in front of a woman at a restaurant on Valentine's Day, she can't tell you no.
That's not really the case, though. Most people that propose, it's a conversation. Like, it's like, you know, you're thinking about getting married already. I don't know too many situations where a guy is just like, they could be arguing and, you know, yelling at each other for like 4 months straight. And
what do you think? Why do you think I just said to stop asking women to marry you in these situations?
But women love that, though.
Man, that's a generalization.
You see how excited that girl was when he proposed to her at the Super Bowl?
Women's feelings change like the fucking weather.
That's true.
You know, they could be like, I think I might break up with him. I don't know. And he's like, will you marry me? Yes. Yes, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
Women's emotions, like they could be wanting to break up with you, and then you take them to this great restaurant, and then everything's good, and there's fucking 200 people at this restaurant, and you get on your knee. She ain't going to say no to that.
I don't think a woman is going to. I think a woman rarely ever says no anyway. There's a ring. It's a whole thing. I don't know if the Super Bowl or.
This is the woman's fantasy, which she's all like a lot of them have always dreamed of.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I'm gonna ask you to marry me, it's gonna be in the most unlikely situations. We could be sitting down binge watching Netflix. I'll be like, baby, I want you to marry me.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, excuse me? I'll be like, I want you to marry me. I'm serious. And then they'll be like, oh my God.
So
and
it makes it easier for her to say no if you're watching Netflix.
Yeah, I just want to get a real fucking emotion.
Yeah. I'm going all out.
I never want to coerce a woman into marrying me. That's like coercion. If you got, look, bro.
A ring is coercion, though.
No, the action is coercion. It can be. Imagine if you fucking go to a restaurant and you pay a top dollar. It's Valentine's Day. You got a fucking mariachi band and shit. You got a live band. You got people singing to your girl and shit. And then you get on your knee.
But what I'm saying is that it's not that random. It's not like the girl doesn't know in some capacity that they're planning on getting married. I know people that know it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm just waiting for I can't wait for him to propose to me, or I don't know how he's going to do it, but you know, I wish he would hurry up, that kind of thing. So when it happens, it's like, of course they're going to say yeah.
Yeah.
But I think very rarely is it a thing where it's just a complete and utter surprise.
Yeah, I know. I just want it, me personally, I just want it to be a real feeling. Like I want to feel it. And be like, you know what? I gotta marry this woman. Like,
but what about what the woman wants though?
I mean, you don't know. Women don't know what the fuck they want.
They be knowing that they want a.
Women don't know what they want to eat.
Elaborate proposal.
Women don't know what they want to eat for dinner, man. That's why it's important for men to lead a lot of times. I'm not saying that women have no clue of where their life's going. I'm just saying in certain situations, it's better for a man to lead and not ask no questions or not care too much what she thinks. I'm sorry. Because when it comes down to it, if you say, hey, babe, what do you want to eat? They're like, I don't know. Oh, do you want to try this place? No, I'm not really hungry. You want to try this place? No, I don't really want that. Just fucking get whatever and bring it back. Don't even ask her.
Yeah.
It's certain times you better off doing that.
Yeah, but I think that sometimes you can do what a woman wants.
Yo,
Like
$100%.
if she wants some type of special proposal, I think that's for
100%. But first of all, no, I'm not listening to you to tell me how to propose to you. I'm doing it the way I want to.
It's for her though.
Fuck all that.
You're getting the ring for her.
Am I supposed to ask her for directions? Okay, so how would you like for me to produce? Fuck all that. As a man, it is up to you to lead that situation and say, look, I'm gonna do this. If I do this shit at a gas station, it's still a proposal.
But I think it's a conversation though. You don't have to do it exactly like word for word for what she wants, but some people, 'cause the reason why I don't agree with you at all is because some people want their family around. Like if a girl's like, hey, like I would, I don't care what you do or whatever, but I would just like my best friend to be there. I would just like my mom or dad to be there. So that's why I don't agree. I think they need to be in on it in some capacity. And you could, obviously as a man, you could create whatever scenario you want to, but some people just like to be, those events to be, special to them as well.
Yeah, the reason why I disagree is only because I don't want you thinking every time we're with your family that I'm gonna fucking propose to your ass.
I guess.
Yeah. Fuck all that. Mm-hmm. Like we could, like if we're all hanging out and I don't feel like I want to do it, if I feel at the end of the day, a proposal is basically saying, will you marry me? It doesn't fucking matter where it happens, who it happens in front of. I'm not marrying your daddy. I'm not marrying your mama. I'm not marrying your cousin. I'm marrying you. So when I'm out with you somewhere and we're having a good time, I'm like, fuck this. I need to marry this woman. I'm going to get on my knee right now. I know.
It's not that sporadic, though.
I know we're John's Incredible Pizza, but I need to marry this woman right fucking now.
No, we need women to chime in. What do y'all... Hit Eddie on his Instagram and
hit me
share
on my
your
DM.
Opinion about this.
Hit me on my DMs.
My opinion is that it should be a moment. It should be a conversation that, the couple has prior to getting engaged. I think the man should use his creative juices and, figure out like where, what scenario and stuff like that. But I think it should definitely be a conversation.
I think we're making an assumption that every man plans this out. I think that for a lot of men,
you're buying a ring. You have to plan it out.
Well, what I'm saying is sometimes it's more sporadic. Look, I know dudes who have proposed after doing a 16-hour shift, working on an oil rig all day long, and they go in they fucking they FRs. They got their big suit on from work. They go and get the ring that fucking day, and go home and propose to their wife because it was on their heart.
Yeah.
Sometimes as men, it just weigh on our hearts like, man, this is a good woman, man. She didn't help me down. Yeah. I need to get this done now. You would be on your knee with mud all over you from work asking your wife if this really on your heart that much, you'll do that.
That's fine. But also, like, it'd be like, I've taken literal engagement photos, so I understand, like, also a thought out, a well thought out thing sometimes.
Yeah, so you've seen it from a different vantage point. Mm-hmm. So you've seen it.
I've seen it like that. My boy proposed at the place where he met his girlfriend. I've seen it obviously like Christmas things where people propose at Christmas, like, it's just different scenarios. Obviously that's a scenario as well. Just somebody like, man, but that as sporadic as that may sound, I'm sure he was pondering it for a while. Like, man, if she not a if then statement, but like, dang, she really held it down when I was sick, or when my mom died, she really stood by my side and made sure I was good. And then
honestly, maybe it's just my brain. But if I'm going to propose to you, I don't want you to have any fucking clue what's going to happen. I don't want you to have an inkling. I don't want you to have an idea that I'm doing anything.
Yeah. But I don't even think the conversation leads to that. I just think it's you doing your due diligence. It's also like, speaking to the dad or, speaking to the family like, hey, I'm thinking about proposing. It's just like a tradition in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. And divorce is a tradition too, because I've seen a lot of those.
Yeah, but for sure.
Mm-hmm. But no, man, I get it, bro. I get it. I think in the course of conversation, because a lot of times women will pick your brain just to see where, like, if you were to propose to me, like, where will you do it? Or they ask you stupid questions like, what do you like about me? And then you tell them like, really? Like, what do you really like about me? And it's like,
Yeah,
oh my God.
I hate those questions.
Just shut up, please.
But also, women also want to have input on the type of ring that that you get them to.
What about me marrying you? What's more important, this fucking ring or me marrying you?
I mean, you're buying it anyways. What I'm saying is like, you would at least, it's just like, if your woman is getting you any sort of gift, like say for example, you're a Niners fan and your girl gets you like, a Dallas Cowboys jersey or something. It's just like, what I'm saying is, if you're buying it anyways, you might as well buy something that she actually likes.
That's apples and oranges. That's just the absence of thought. If you get me a fucking Dallas jersey and you know I'm a Niner fan,
but women like certain cuts of rings. I'm saying like they have a real opinion. You're going to buy it anyway. A
ring is not a sports team, Keith.
I'm saying if you're buying you have like an oval shaped diamond or something like that, and they like a more of a diamond, different cut or whatever. It's like, why would you spend X amount of dollars on something that she doesn't actually like? Why not buy? You're buying it anyways. Why not buy the thing that she actually likes?
But do you like me though? Are we getting married for a fucking ring, or we getting married because you love me? What's the objective in this whole thing? That's the thing about it. I think that we take too much time to be like, and trust me, you got a woman you love and you got the money, I'm willing to break the bank on her. For sure. Then it'll be a little more inclusion. But my thing is, instead of talking to your wife or your girlfriend, I'm going to go talk to her friend.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to go get her friend to get all the information from me behind my girl's back and say, hey, what does she like? Can you make up a fake conversation and see what she likes?
Yeah,
and
that's a conversation they've had before.
Yeah, so I could get the information from her homegirl and her homegirl won't say nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying you should know though. Even if you're not asking the girl, I'm just saying that's a thing that I'm just speaking to you from a perspective of what women think. I know they have like conversations like, oh girl, I like this type of ring. I like this type of ring. Yeah. This is what I told my boyfriend that I want, if/when it does happen.
Yeah, that's true. Women are very complex beings though. They will say one thing and mean completely the next. Like we all know this, fellas.
I think they know what they want in terms of like wedding / this is something that they've been thinking about there since they were kids. Like, it's a dream for women. Like it could be a woman could like have been single for 5-6 years straight, and she knows exactly what color she wearing to her wedding. She knows exactly what type of ring she wants. She knows exactly who she wants to be there. Like,
weddings are for women.
Well thought out. Yeah.
Weddings are for women.
Yeah, for sure. I don't agree with that either.
It is. They are. I've heard it from many men who are married, because men could go sign a fucking paper and be done with it.
But Schultz said the same thing, and then when he got there, he was like, "Yo, this is amazing."
Yeah. Well, I think mainly because the stimulus of all your friends and family and all these people that love you that are there. I think it's an awesome event. But the event is not that's when I talked about the ring thing. Like, the ring and the size of it and the shape of it, do you fucking love me? Do you love me? That's the basis. That's the meat and potatoes of the relationship or the marriage or the proposal. Do you love me? Okay, cool. Boom, we getting married. Now the ring thing, because you care about her, that's great. But that is not a deal breaker. The marriage, I know people who went and just signed the fucking paper and didn't have no big wedding, and they're still married to this day.
Yeah.
So we all have different ways, but I just think that the whole idea of all the money spending $180,000 and paying payments and all of that, it's like, damn. You hear about Steve? I already told you about Steven Jackson, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned that story on here.
Yeah, we talked about that multiple times.
Yeah, he kept trying to get his fiance to sign a fucking prenup, and then she kept putting it off to the day of the wedding and said, "Baby, I love you, but I need you to sign this." And she got basically still didn't try. She tried to go up there and get married without signing it, and then he had to leave her because she was trying to get him for his paper.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy, bro. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the women though. Like, shout out to the women that that are not like that genuinely want to get married.
They just love their partner.
They just love the dude they with. Shout out to y'all.
It's all a tradition though. So I think for me, if if I'm just following the tradition, I'm gonna just follow the tradition. Because even getting married is a tradition. You don't even have to get married. If you want to just be lifelong partners, you could do that.
Yeah. In some ways, it's an outdated custom because we one of the only people that still get married like that. Like it's other people in other countries that do that, but like when you think about it, it's low key kind of I don't even want to call it outdated.
I think that thought process is more American, if anything, like a more modern American take.
Yeah,
where people may not be with the tradition of getting married. Because you got to think there are other countries that are far more religious than America. You know, whether it's like Muslims or other Catholic countries and stuff like that.
My problem comes in to where the government is involved.
Yeah,
like we're married and it's all like illegal.
Yeah, it's a legal document.
It's a legal documented thing. It's like, dude, why you gotta track everything I'm doing, motherfucker? Yeah. You gotta make sure our incomes are this much, and then we gotta file as married, and it's like, yo,
yeah,
like why, bro? That's the thing that grinds my gears is the fact that everything we do, we can't even use PayPal or fucking Venmo anymore. Without Joe Byron trying to fucking tax us.
Yeah, it gets tough though when you have those lifelong partners and you're not married and somebody passes away or something like that. That's when it gets tricky. All that money just goes to somebody else.
And they know that. They know that like what happens is if if you're not legally bonded, you can't inherit this, or the house won't go to you. Or whatever it is. If he had a brick of 5 gold bricks that he wanted to give to his wife, they'd be like, no, they're actually going to his daughter because they're related through blood, and you guys were not officially married.
It's a lot of girlfriends that got screwed out of a lot of money.
Yeah,
I can imagine. Yeah,
it's
sucks.
It's a lot of younger women that dated 90-year-old guys to wait till they died and they didn't get a dime. All they got was old balls.
Yeah. That's the worst kind of balls.
Imagine a woman that's like young trying to wait till a guy dies and they just get like 90-year-old nuts.
Ugh.
Ooh, man.
The saggy nuts.
Yeah, just like, and then all of a sudden you get nothing.
And you're not even in the will or nothing.
You still eating ramen noodles.
Yeah, and you probably low key famous. So you just famous and you didn't get no money off of that.
You famous for getting those old balls.
Yeah, all those Hugh Hefner playmates and whatnot.
Hugh Hefner was fucking to the day he died, bro.
Good for him.
They said in his casket he was still on hard.
That's disgusting. Popping them Viagras.
Hi, how you doing? My name is Hugh Hefner. Yeah, Hugh Hefner, man. That dude, he had literally a house full of women.
Yeah.
That's the craziest shit ever.
And he's famous for just having a lot of women around. It's crazy.
Yeah, it basically was like indirectly, like he was pimping low key.
Yeah, I can see that.
He had all kinds of women in there, and then a lot of the women had said, "Yes, I had sex with Hugh Hefner."
Oh,
a bunch of I don't. There was that girl's name that had a reality. Her name is Kendra something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. She had sex with Hugh Hefner too.
Kendra Wilkins or something.
Yeah. Her boyfriend played for the Colts.
I thought he played on the Eagles.
Nah, the Eagles and the Colts.
Okay, yeah.
Hank Basket.
Because he did something. He had fumbled something. I remember he had a terrible play where he screwed up. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Hank Basket.
Yeah, they had a reality show and everything.
Yeah, and then I guess he had found out she had sex with Hugh Hefner. What the fuck did you expect, man?
Wait, he found out on the show?
Oh, not about on the show. He just found out off the record.
Oh, I mean, he was one of the girlfriends. It was 3 girlfriends that he was.
Yeah.
I don't know what you thought.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
That is wild, though.
Damn, he was old. He was still hitting that, man. I wonder when he stopped, he officially stopped having sex. Probably like 83, 85.
I don't know if you that freaky, if you that nasty as to have all them women around. I don't know if you ever stop.
He probably had an oxygen tank, still getting pussy.
Yeah,
he's like,
no, it's slower than that.
Sound like Darth Vader on that pussy.
That's hilarious.
Flatline. Beep, 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 beep. That guy
for sure died. He for sure died in some pussy before.
Huh?
I said he for sure died in some pussy before.
That'd be crazy.
He had to get CPR.
Oh my God, I think he's gone.
Dick still hard. That's crazy.
Like all the blood that he needed to go throughout the rest of his body just went straight to his penis. Damn.
That was comedy.
Where's the doctor when you need one? Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, Valentine's Day.
It's sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
No, I was just thinking it's one of those things that come around every year, and we understand that it's just business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Restaurants go make sure they got the rollout, they got the wine on deck, everything. Yeah.
I kind of, I won't say conflate, but I kind of put them all together and with these like fictional holidays.
Yeah.
Not really like Christmas is not a fictional holiday, but like Santa Claus, or like the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
You basically, it's like the idea of Santa Claus, like this fat white man is giving people free shit.
Yeah.
I just don't think that that's a real thing.
Yeah, for sure.
And then like, Santa can't be real if you live in the hood and you ain't got no chimney. How's this motherfucker getting in your house?
Yeah.
Is he knocking on doors?
Coming through a window.
How is Rudolph getting into apartment B? Okay.
How is Santa Claus getting into projects in New York? Not even getting in there, but how is he getting in there and not getting robbed?
How's he surviving?
Yeah.
Hey, yo, get the fuck out of here.
Hey, yo, son.
Yo, Santa, get that nigga, yo. Oh, no, they're shooting at me.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, no.
No, that's real. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of the things you posted, which is kind of sad, is those vendors, those Hispanic or Mexican vendors that be standing on the corner selling flowers. Those are super convenient for guys that don't put much thought into their relationship.
Yes,
to just pick up some flowers, like, hey, honey, I got you. Bro, this well thought out gift that I got you.
Hold up, are you? No, we're not gonna do that. If you see a vendor and they got what you need, that's not really not putting in effort. If you see some flowers and they selling fruit too, if I bring your girl fruit and flowers, she not gonna be happy with that?
I'm not saying she's not gonna be happy. I'm saying as a guy, if you get off of work and you forget it's Valentine's Day and you see some guy on the corner with flowers and a bunch of other stuff and you pick it up, you didn't put much thought into it.
Are you racist against Mexicans, Keith? No, I'm
possibly, yeah.
Nah. Yeah, they were pulling over. It was a Mexican guy. He was selling flowers, and they fucking had handcuffs on him.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, go arrest a fucking real criminal, dude. Why you got handcuffs on this man that's trying to make a living?
It's a lot of actual stores and restaurants, fast food restaurants that have like a lot going on in there. Whether it's roaches and uncleanly, unsafe. It was some restaurant they shut down here in Bakersfield that had the meat temperatures were like too high or something like that.
Bro, a lot of the things we do, people be scared of COVID, but the shit that you've dealt with is way worse. Like if you grew up drinking Tampico, you shouldn't be scared of COVID. You made it through all them chemicals.
Tampico's disgusting.
Tampico tastes like it got like, I don't know, like it might be the prequel to COVID.
Tampico tastes like slavery.
Tampico. I wonder who came up with the name.
It's a country in South America. I think it's in Mexico or something like that.
Really?
Or I think it might be a country in Mexico. It might be a city in Mexico.
Really?
Tampico? Yeah. It is a city in Mexico. Yeah.
Wow. No way.
But the company is from America.
Wow. What'd you do with that Tampico that was sitting over here?
Cultural appropriation. It's behind the thing.
Oh, yeah. That shit is like straight slime, man.
Yeah, it's disgusting, man. I don't know how, as a kid, I would drink that and think it was good.
Yeah, that's not good. Captain Planet would not he would not approve of Tampico.
I don't even know if that's vegan. That mug is so disgusting.
Yeah, it's definitely not
meat in there or something.
It's not vegan friendly.
Yeah,
definitely not. Wind, water, heart. Go planet. With my powers combined, I still can't defeat Tampico.
The Tampico is like the monster.
Yeah, the Tampico is a monster, Captain Planet. I don't know how old a lot of you guys are that listen, but if you're familiar with Captain Planet, he always fought a bad guy. Mm-hmm. You know what? Think about this, bro. Captain Planet was the first liberal superhero ever.
He was probably gay, too.
Why you say that?
Because he's liberal.
Oh, no. I'm gonna fuck everybody. Captain Planet. That was a dope ass cartoon, bro. That was a dope ass cartoon.
It was dope, and it had a message, which is like, you know, like the perfect combination, because it was really pointing to like global warming and saving the planet, deforestations and all that. Yeah, it was dope.
Look, Captain Planet was having conversations on that cartoon 30 years ago that people are having now.
Ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
Yeah.
You know, and Captain Planet, but only thing is when Captain Planet will fight the bad guys, he'd be fucking the earth up worse. It's like, nigga, you killing the earth. He just got rocks and shit flying everywhere. Like, hey, Captain Planet, man, that's a contradiction, bro. This guy is so crazy, bro.
That's funny. Him and, you know, not to bring a whole other person in it, but Dr. Seuss was early on a lot of that, like the liberal agenda as far as like deforestation and stuff. Like the Lorax, you know, that book is about deforestation and stuff.
Really?
Like that. Mm-hmm.
Dr. Seuss was the first to a lot of things. He was that's some racist shit he said too.
For sure. Yeah.
He was like he literally had a cartoon of selling black people.
Yeah. How do you feel about like them trying to retroactively cancel Dr. Seuss?
We already talked about it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just. I think that for its time we have to remember that racism was as American as apple pie back then. Yeah. Not saying it's to be excused, but at the same time, I'm not going to cancel you for some shit. Mm-hmm. Like, I still like green eggs and ham. Okay.
Yeah.
I will not have them in a box. I will not have them with a fox. I will not have them here nor there. I will not have them anywhere. I will not have green eggs and ham with you.
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing about the green eggs and ham too is, like, he had to keep telling you that he didn't want green eggs and ham. Is that not assault in some way? Are you trying to coerce me? You're trying to coerce me into giving me green eggs and ham when I've told you no over and over?
And he had to give you different scenarios in which he didn't want the green eggs and ham.
Exactly. No means no.
Yeah,
right?
That's facts.
Yeah. And the thing about it too, the only thing he did right was ask me for consent.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's real. I think I have a strange connection with Dr. Seuss because we have the same birthday. Mm-hmm. But I think that we have to leave certain things in certain eras, right? So, like in film school, you'll watch Birth of a Nation, not the new one with Nat. What's his name?
Nat Turner.
Nat Turner, but the guy that acted in the movie.
Oh,
Parker or something.
Oh,
yeah,
something Parker.
I always get them screwed up because Nat Turner and then
Nate Parker.
Nate Parker. Yeah, their names sound so similar. I always get them confused. But the original Birth of a Nation, I was in the early 1900s.
Oh, that was a terrible one.
We watched that in film school, in the history of cinema, because like it was so at the time it was like avant-garde. They were doing different camera movements and the way they were setting up shots and stuff like that. So you almost have to learn it because as a filmmaker, you have to know like this is the person that almost originated all of these different things. Yeah. So the same thing I would say about Dr. Seuss. Obviously, like I think they just need maybe like it needs to be prefaced in some way, shape, or form. Like maybe if you put a certain sticker on the new editions of the book or something like that, just to let them know like, hey, this book was created in 1950, whatever. But understand that this is the time. This is what was going on, and certain things were okay in this era.
Yeah, things are history sometimes. They're not always to be taken offense from. Like at Kern Oil here in Bakersfield, Kern Oil, they have a Savage Yard that's in the back, and I talked to a couple workers about it too. But if you drive
Savage Yard might be racist.
Well, no, anyways. But
no, I'm serious. That's not a joke. Because they used to call Native Americans savages and stuff.
Yeah, but what they call a boneyard, whatever they call it back there, right? But they have a bunch of like old parts that are in that place, like old pipes and shit. They have a pipe back there that has a swastika on it, but that was before we actually had beef with Germany.
Yeah,
so that's when we actually, were exchanging goods and shit, and they had pipes that had swastikas on them.
They repurposed it too.
Yeah, they repurposed the swastika. The swastika was actually from Fuck, what culture or religion was it? Well, it wasn't Buddha. Was it
Yeah,
Buddhist?
I
Was
think
it Buddhist?
Chinese. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, they repurposed it and turned that shit into hate like a motherfucker.
they have swastikas on New Mexico State campus.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously, the original meaning is something completely different, but if you go into some of the offices and stuff, they have certain things with the swastika. It's the flipped version though.
What do you mean? The one that's sideways?
I think when they repurposed it, they flipped it around.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, so it's like the OG. Like
That's trash though. Like, how you gonna steal some shit and make it hate? You can't even be original with your shit.
Yeah.
That's why I can't respect Hitler and none of them.
because they wasn't original.
They wasn't original and they was killing people.
I feel you.
But it's like you trash though, bro.
Yeah.
Like you was racist and you can't even get your own logo, bro.
People also
Go to Fiverr, bro.
Go to Fiverr.
Go to Fiverr, Hitler. What the fuck, yo?
Dang.
Just go to Fiverr, bro. Get
That's
somebody
a
to
fire
make
Super Bowl commercial.
What?
With his Hitler. It's like 9, and then he like he get on the internet and go to Fiverr.
Like, we don't speak that language, sir. I'm sorry.
He get a logo for $35 and repurpose to that's crazy.
Oh man,
Nazis. That's wild.
I feel bad for the casual people that come to this podcast. They would turn this off and cancel it.
Yeah, somebody pulling their hair out right now.
It's like, oh my god, I can't believe
This is the wildest episode we had in a while. But
can't believe it.
You know, the guy that was saying he wanted to have dinner with Hitler, that football player.
Oh yeah, but people he would have dinner with. He just didn't add any fucking context.
Yeah, I just think when it comes to just for anybody listening that, you know, wants to make any sort of public statements, just stay away from the whole Jewish, Hitler, Nazi conversation, because you can't really win. And you're also not in it. It's like, you know, I think it's okay to have conversations. It's okay to ask questions. It's okay to learn. But when you're making these grandiose statements about anybody's culture and race and stuff like that, just kind of, you know, stay out the way. You know, especially, you know, hearing Whoopi Goldberg, hearing this guy, it's just like you just can't win. So just stay away from those conversations.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Even what's his name too, huh? Deshaun Jackson.
What about him?
What
happened is people make anti-Semitic comments only because they're stupid. I'm sorry. I hate to say this. They make
I would say they're ignorant more so than stupid.
Wait, yeah, exactly. That's a better point. They're ignorant to the historical context of the Jewish struggle or the Holocaust, right? And what happens is you make these statements not knowing they're connected to things. Yeah. So if I don't have all the background, but what I do know is when it comes to touching those topics, I choose not to do it.
Yeah.
I will stay on the outside of that conversation because I am not a historian. Yeah. I am a podcaster and a truck driver. Yeah. There are a lot of things I know a lot about. There's a lot of things I'm ignorant to. The things that I tend to be weaker in, I stay the fuck away from them.
Yeah.
But I do know a lot about pipes with swastikas on them.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about that. Nah, I'm kidding. All right, switching gears. Recent sex tapes. Recently, Nelly said it was accidental, but he released he put out a live stream getting a blowjob on Instagram.
I thought somebody said, I didn't see it, mind you. I'm not Googling Nelly's dick, but somebody said it was like the close friends.
What? I don't know. I don't know what it was, if it's close friends or not. Regardless, you don't want to put that on there. Yeah, for sure. If what you gonna Google search like Nelly blowjob Saint Lunatics.
Saint Lunatics.
You imagine you probably find out is Nelly like, you can find me getting blowjobs on Instagram. Get it, Cam.
Nelly releasing Pimp Juice.
Pimp Juice. Think I need to let it loose.
Because I guess the girl's like face was like really in the video, so
it was a dead giveaway. That motherfucker in the background, he probably was like, no matter what I
do. That's kind. Having sex to your own music is wild.
That's wild. Like,
you can't do that.
Yeah. What's that song he made? Was it was it? I forgot who he had. He made a country song.
Tim
McGraw. Over and over again.
Yeah.
Imagine him getting a blowjob to that.
That's wild.
Over and over again. I can't see you never.
Nah, that's wild.
Nelly too old to be having those tapes out like that, man.
I think just overall, and you know, we don't want to, obviously the Isaiah Rashad.
We'll go into depth about that.
Is there anybody else that had one?
Lil Fizz.
I don't know why in 2022, when we understand that they had a whole, they called the fappening, when a bunch of celebrities, Scarlett Johansson and Jennifer Lawrence. No, not sex tapes. They just they hacked into their iClouds and they took all their pictures and put them on internet.
I want to see Scarlett's sex tape if she had one.
You want to see it? If
it's Scarlett Johansson,
I'm dead. But yeah, so I mean that happened. I don't know how many years ago, but I would have hoped that people learn from that. You know what I mean? And I don't imagine that Nelly's situation is different, but understanding that like your phone can get hacked, and you know whether it's text messages or videos or pictures or whatever, like as many times, especially knowing us. People be using the same passwords for everything.
Yeah, you can't do that.
People don't be, they haven't changed their passwords since MySpace days. So I just think that we just got to be I think after a certain age, for sure, you should stop doing that just in general. But I just think like we just need to stop putting sex on video unless that's your job or that's what you're intentionally doing.
We're not porn stars. We're just regular people, folks. Yeah. Let's not get too carried away with putting videos of sex on there.
People be getting off. I think people get off on that, like maybe watching it later.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like, damn, she used to have a big old booty.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's important if you have anything in your phone of a girl you used to date or talk to and she sent you like her ass or her titties, delete it. Mm-hmm. Just delete it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because I don't want anybody getting their hands on it because she's going to know where it came from. But you know what? That could be false too. Because if you probably not the only one that got those news.
Girls, she for sure be doubling up. One time I got and it wasn't even a nude or anything, but I got a booty pic so fast I knew I wasn't the only nigga that got that picture. Yeah.
He was like, good morning, booty pic.
Yeah, I'm like, this has been sitting in your phone. Like just
and that picture is at nighttime.
It's a whole different day.
It's a whole different day.
I see a 2021 in the background.
Yeah.
I already know. This ain't just for me.
Yeah, I knew it was an old booty pic because I seen a Crystal Pepsi in the background. Like, that shit was in the 90s. What the fuck is this? That's a Crystal Pepsi back there.
I'm dead. I see a CD player back there.
You got a fucking Walkman back there. I see that Walkman. That's from 2000, man.
That's comedy.
Walkmans was the shit in the 90s, bro.
Yeah.
But well, you know what? Hold up. In the 90s, the Walkmans wasn't all that great. They had only the cassettes Walkmans back then. Mm-hmm. But like in the late 90s, they start coming out with the portable CD players.
The cassettes was cool. They started to get a little bit more sleek though.
They did.
Because the original ones was all boxy and then they start to make them a little more sleek. Because it was a thing for people to work out or jog or whatever with the CDs. Yeah, they had the clips and stuff. Yeah. I would say CD players were definitely bigger. But I guess if I had to choose, I would probably want to, if I'm working out, much rather have a Walkman or like a tape player.
Really? Tape player sounded like shit.
The quality wasn't the greatest.
No.
But it was which is interesting about the quality. So when it comes to like music, there was this fight to have the most clear sound. Like that's why they moved away from like vinyl. I have a few vinyls over there.
Yeah.
And then obviously they went to tape and the 8 tracks and all this. But there's a like a push back to go to like a dirtier sounding thing as far as like music goes. So it's like we wanted to get the stuff super, super clear, and then now people are like, man, this sounds too clear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, but let's not jump too far. Basically, it's all these sex tapes coming out out of nowhere. And doing it during Black History Month. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's the worst.
It's Black History Month, not Black Dickstery Month.
Black Dickstery.
Put the dicks away, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But one of them is a highly I won't say controversial, but a highly just unlikely story. Well, there's a rapper that's with TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, really great artist named Isaiah Rashad, right? Mm-hmm. Great artist, great rapper, just a great musician in general. Mm-hmm. And there was a video that leaked of him having sexual relations with men, right? Receiving oral sex and giving it to him.
He's
right?
a wild boy.
Here's the thing. Honestly, I've reached a maturity where I don't give a fuck if somebody is gay. I like his art. I think he's an amazing artist. But I think a lot of people, especially in hip hop, are so homophobic that they're going to be like, oh, man, I can't listen to him no more. Like, the whole time you listen to his music before, he was gay then. Like, what's the problem now? You know, like, we love DMX. He would smoke crack. So DMX could be in and out of prison and smoke crack, and you got more respect for him than Isaiah Rashad. That, to me, I think it's homophobia. That's what it is. And ultimately, like, yo, I don't give a fuck what a man does on his own time. Like, it's all about the art to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, it's certain artists, especially, like, yo, I don't get why everyone is so fixated on another person's sexuality. You know? And I will say it's like a wild thing for that to be out, but it's a wild thing for it to be heterosexual too. Like, if you was
we just had a conversation about Nelly.
Nelly getting his cock sucked on Instagram. Obviously, that was a woman, but that was still wild because that's your sexual acts being out in the public.
Yeah,
you know. And then now because he was having gay sex, that shit is not going to be accepted by a lot of people. But then there's a lot of people who still support him.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people.
I think that's dope that a lot of people still support Isaiah Rashad. You know, because he's a dope fucking artist.
Yeah, for sure.
I just hope, I don't know where he's gonna, like, how he's gonna respond to this or what he's gonna say, but like, if he addresses it, I hope it's in a very, like, a masterful way to, like, spin it on people that try to ruin him. Because whoever released that sex tape is an evil person.
They try to get.
Yeah, they really try to get him, bro. I don't think he wanted nobody knowing that shit.
Or I'm sure he wanted, if he did want to come out, he wanted to come out on his own terms.
On his own terms,
Yeah. So that's unfortunate, man. I think the interesting part about it, when you just kind of look at your own personal journey and your own personal growth, and, you know, we come from a very homophobic culture, especially in hip hop, you know what I mean? Using different gay slurs very frequently, or using the term gay as something disrespectful or lesser than. When I had seen, I looked on Twitter just to, you know, see if there was anything interesting trending, and I seen I might have seen like Kanye West, and then I seen Isaiah Rashad's name, and I was like, oh snap, Isaiah Rashad dropped some new music. Let me see what's going on. And then I start to see like people calling him gay and stuff like that. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, did he say it in a song or what's going on? And then I scrolled up like 3 or 4 or 5 different tweets, and then it was right there. I was like, oh snap. And then I kind of quickly got out of there. But it was so shocking to me. And it wasn't even, I think I think sexual preference is still slightly shocking, but that wasn't even where my mind was at. My mind was really on the fact that he has a sex tape. Like, I'm still shocked that we are still like I said before, in 2022, still recording these sexual acts, just with the, you know, how loose it is, or how easily. I can remember when I was like, back in my, when I was sending dictures back in the day.
Not a very proud moment.
Yeah. I'm just playing. But no, when I was sending pics and you have them in your phone or whatever, when you would go to like Twitter, or when you would go to certain apps, sometimes like your camera roll would pop up.
Oh my God.
And like, you know, you could just be hopping on Twitter to type something, and then at the bottom it's a bunch of dick pics or a bunch of pictures of, you know, whatever pictures you saved and stuff like that. And I would just be like, man, like, so I say that to say, like, it's extremely easy, even if that, you know, his phone or whatever didn't get hacked. It's just so easy to like upload those things on accident, or like, you know, just expose yourself in that way without putting that much effort in.
Yeah.
But I just think that the biggest thing for me is, I think we just got to keep our sexual life private in a way where we don't even film it, just because, you know, the thing about it too is like, who knows when those videos were made or created. He was having some wild moments, because it was not to put too much. The dude was black in the first video that I seen. That he was, that he was top dog. That he was top dog entertainment, and then in the other videos, he was like showing his face and all this kind of stuff, and it was like Mexican or like white boys or something like that. So, I say that to say it was multiple different people, and you have to trust all these different people with that type of content.
That's too much.
And it's even crazier because you're famous. You're a rapper. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's not even a sexual preference conversation. This is a conversation about recording yourself having sex.
And privacy.
Yeah. So I just think like, I would just hope that it's not even a Isaiah Rashad conversation either. It's just about like us in general. Like it be local people that be passing around footage of them having sex and stuff like that. It's just like, man, y'all gotta keep the cameras to, the memorable moments, taking pictures of your family and stuff like that. Not sex, man. You could just remember that in your head.
We have to stop running with the idea of what gay is too. Mm-hmm. Like we'll be like, basically we'll see somebody that's like kind of flamboyant, like, oh my God, like stop. Like that's what we think about when we think of like a gay man, right? But a gay dude that's just like, it could be somebody that's just like regular. They're just a regular everyday person and you'll never suspect them and they'll be gay. That's not, like, people think gay only works one way.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of gay people that just walk around and just normal like everybody else. They don't got to be flamboyant. Mm-hmm. It's just like that. And then what happens is you find out and you're just like, wow. Like, what's the defensive end for the Raiders? Carl Nassib. He's fucking huge. He's like 6'5", 6'6". Yeah. He's like 6'6", muscles, defensive lineman for the Raiders. Yeah. One of the best linemen on that team. Mm-hmm. And he's gay. Mm-hmm. So it's like, bro, we got to stop. We also got to get out of that idea of what gay is. Mm-hmm. Gay could be the most, the gay could be the dude that's super homophobic.
Yeah, for sure.
The one that's dropping the F-bomb, calling them the word that rhymes with maggot, and like, how the fuck did they do all that? Oh, hell no. I don't like that. What the fuck, bro? Get out of here. Yeah. That dude's probably doing it because he wants some dick.
Or he doesn't know how. Sometimes it could be like a feeling you can't really articulate. Mm-hmm. So sometimes like they'll be attracted to guys, but they don't like that. They don't like the fact that they're attracted to guys, so they're trying to like be super masculine or disrespect. Conflict. Yeah, I think that's the interesting part about like listening to some Isaiah Rashad songs. You get a whole new perspective because he was battling them, and he had mental health issues, and he had a couple quotes in there like what. I think he said like, would they still love me if they knew the true me or something like that. Right. Yeah. And a couple other, and a lot of people have like, there's a connection between people's sexuality and their mental health. When people, especially guys, when you battling that inner, I won't call it a demon in a disrespectful way, but you got inner demons where you conflicted with your sexuality, and you may have been raised in the church, and you may have gravitated towards a culture that's not super accepting of your lifestyle. That could be tough, man. It could wear on you, and especially too, like in his music, he wasn't. I wouldn't say he's like a Nelly as far as like Pimp Juice or like Snoop Dogg with Doggy Style, but he had little lines in there when he talked about having different women and stuff like that. So you could tell that that's kind of like stuff he may have sprinkled in there just to. But
it probably is true too, because he got Isaiah got 2 baby mamas.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not true. I'm saying it's more so like if you're a player, right? But you may be playing with women and guys, but you're only speaking about the women. You know what I mean?
Because that's the only thing that's socially acceptable. Mm-hmm. So we can sit here like, here's the thing. Like, I'm speaking in, like, this is reality, unfortunately. But if a woman has a drunk night, she's tongue kissing her friends, and they probably touch each other, I guess she could say that she's bisexual, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. But if a dude get drunk and they start touching each other, he can't claim bisexual. To society, that nigga just gay. Yeah. That's just how the world is, man. Mm-hmm. That's just how the world is. Yeah. In Isaiah Rashad's case, I think it's a strong case to say that he's probably bisexual. Mm-hmm. Like,
Or he might just be gay.
He might just be gay.
Yeah.
Either way, either way, it doesn't matter, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the dude is a dope artist. I'm waiting to see what other music he got coming out.
Yeah.
I'm not invested in the person's sexual orientation.
I do feel bad for him though, because he hasn't said anything.
Mm-mm.
You know, that whole camp hasn't really, outside of Zakari, I haven't really seen anybody say or mention anything. But that's a terrible way to be outed, man. Yeah. And I understand the pressure of somebody trying to say that or come out to whomever, and for you to be like exposed in a way is kind of crazy. And we still don't even understand or know why it happened, how it happened, who leaked the video. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he getting a lot of love, man. Shout out to Isaiah Rashad. He basically says, somebody wrote, "Been here, still here. Love you." Next person, love you. Hearts. Love you, man. Love you, Zay. We all love you no matter what. We support you. It's 2022. We shouldn't be caring about what somebody is doing anyways. There's a bunch of these comments. That's dope, though. You know what I think, too? I think that we're not being persuaded by obvious hit jobs. Like the shit that's going on, that went on with Rogan. Like, a lot of people are not falling for this shit anymore.
Yeah.
Whoever did this was attacking Isaiah, You know
what I also think? It probably could have been a case where people, what happens a lot of times, like, and I'm not like any sort of like industry person, or like, I just know a few people or been in, in certain TV shows and stuff like that. So I know like a little bit of people, but what happens oftentimes like in entertainment is that there are things that are known in entertainment, but they're not necessarily known to the masses, because it just, it's just not a conversation people are spreading across the internet. So what potentially could have also happened, why it's not huge news, or why you haven't seen, like, the Breakfast Club hasn't mentioned it. A couple other outlets mentioned it like very, very loosely, or they just said a few things here and there, didn't spend a bunch of time on it. Some of them could have known already, you know what I mean? And it could have just been like, a conversation.
I don't know though, because it would have leaked.
Not necessarily, because what happens in those situations is sometimes it's like rumors floating around, but nothing has been confirmed. If it's a rumor about, says a rumor about Diddy, or they always say Diddy is gay, or somebody, or Odell Beckham, it could be just a conversation. Obviously, like, those things leak, but if there's we seen a video of Isaiah Rashad, so that's how we know it's like confirmed. Yeah. When Frank Ocean came out, I'm sure there were people that knew he was gay, but when it wasn't confirmed until on his debut album, it was certain things saying he, him, and he wrote a whole letter. Yeah, so I just know, like, I was saying when I met TK Kirkland, I was giving like stories of how he acts, right? And obviously we don't have a huge platform, and even if I did say something about TK Kirkland on here, it wouldn't have really reached the masses anyways. But after you see him on the Breakfast Club say exactly what I was, mentioning and stuff, then it's like, it's a real thing. So it's just like certain conversations that kind of circulate behind the scenes that is not really for the masses. So yeah.
No, but yeah, man. Yeah, we gotta. I think as a society, there's more people that are starting to wake up and call bullshit, or they're starting to objectively look at things more, instead of allowing a shit story to dictate how they feel. And I'm kind of glad, man, because if this had been over 10 years ago, he would have been canceled. You can't be a gay rapper. Like, now you can, especially with Lil Nas X coming out. But before, like, way back, back in the day, like, if NWA was out, we talking about early 90s, and you come out as gay, they gonna call you maggots. Like, they're gonna be calling you maggots and all kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was low key. It wasn't super rough for Frank Ocean, but it was kind of, it was some people saying like, nah, I would never do a song with him, and it was people saying that back then, and that was what, 2011, 2010, somewhere.
Back in they was letting them the word that rhymes with maggot fly big time. There's some songs I listen to and I'm like, dang.
Those would be the interesting ones because you think that there are still people that use like gay slurs in some capacity, but to think that it might have been somebody in that inner circle, hanging around Isaiah Rashad in some capacity, especially because TDE has gang connections and stuff, and it might have been somebody just letting homophobic slurs fly. He just sitting there like, taking that all in.
Yeah. So and what's crazy is I feel bad, or not even feel bad. I think it's hilarious that some people that want to cancel Isaiah Rashad, but you still listen to DaBaby. Mm-hmm. And DaBaby has hit a woman in the face, been in multiple altercations, even a recent one where his security jumped a dude. They jumped his baby's mama, her brother got jumped by DaBaby at a bowling alley.
Yeah,
DaBaby's just a trash motherfucker, man. People say, you don't know him. Like, look, at the end of the day, I don't know that guy, but he's a trash motherfucker. To sock somebody in, first of all, to hit a woman, and then on the other end, you punch a dude, you initiate the fight, you punch him in the bowling alley, y'all slipping all over the place, and your security is everybody else is jumping him.
He was getting drugged by his hair.
Getting drugged the dude, yeah. That's like, come on, he's just a trash motherfucker, and you don't cancel him. Yeah, people crazy. Like, I love DMX, man. DMX was a dope artist, but he smoked crack. Should we call him a crackhead and rid off DMX?
Yeah.
We still showed him love. That's why you know that a lot of this shit is flat out homophobia, bro. But I'm not going to beat it over the head.
Isaiah Rashad already did.
Wow. Switching gears. Recently, we heard about Barack Obama. We heard about Joe Biden and supposedly buying $30 million worth of crack pipes, and it's an inaccurate story. There's a whole lot more to this. Yeah, it's just I don't know why they just put crack pipes. I don't get that. It's basically a fact check. Fact check. False claims that Biden administration is distributing $30 million worth of crack pipes. U.S. officials say cartels in Mexico are using media platforms as the perfect drug delivery tool for distribution of counterfeit pills that have caused an uptake in overdose deaths in the United States. Basically, a federal grant program aimed at reducing the health risks associated with drug use has become the subject of misinformation online, with social media users and some Republican politicians accusing the White House of distributing free crack pipes to Americans. The confusion stems from a February 7th article published by the Washington Free Beacon, citing that anonymous spokesperson from the Department of Health and Human Services. The conservative news outlet wrote that a program backed by Biden administration will provide pipes for users to smoke crack cocaine, crystal methamphetamine, and any illicit substance. Republican politicians quickly seized on the claim. Okay. Here's the thing, too. There's another one that says, end quote, the Biden plan to provide $30 million in crack pipes to the black community is an apt metaphor for the relationship between the black underclass and the Democratic Party. So this is a there's a racial undertone to that, which I find very disrespectful. And I think Ted Cruz had mentioned that. That dude's a piece of shit. Yeah, Ted Cruz. This the same motherfucker that ran off in Texas when it was freezing and you went to Mexico like a little bitch. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a little pussy. You fucking ran off. Mm-hmm. Somebody even mentioned that he left his dog.
Really?
Yeah, you piece of shit bitch. You left your fucking dog there and went to Mexico.
Dang.
Yeah, and now you saying that they got $30 million worth of free crack pipes into the black community. This is a fucking piece of shit. And the thing about it is that's inaccurate. It's basically, it's considered, what's the correct language so I don't get it mixed up? It is called basically safe smoking kits. Mm-hmm. Right, and it's just for cleanliness and to avoid, getting infections and things of that nature.
Yeah.
And they turned it into free crack pipes. It's just sensationalism. This is what motherfuckers do. You know what I mean? And
it's not completely inaccurate though.
Yeah.
If I'm a Republican, they just set it up. It's on a platter for you.
Yeah.
That messaging.
It's poor messaging from the Democrats. Poor messaging from the Democrats and sensationalism from Republicans. Mm-hmm. They just looking for anything to say, look, they're giving away free crack and crack pipes.
Yeah.
Look at them. Look at the Democrats. They're doing it again, giving away free crack.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, you hear these stereotypes from the right. The left got them too. Like, I seen an article the other day, and it said like, growing up LGBT in a mainly conservative sector of town is very tough. And it's like,
who said that?
It was an article. It was like on the news, but I seen it on Instagram. And I was like, yo, you know it's gay LGBT, you know, no, gay
conservative.
You know there's conservative LGBT people, right?
Yeah.
Like they're not just all Democrats. I hope you know that. Like,
yeah.
like that's the thing, man. They live in these extremes. Liberals and conservatives live in extremes, and in this case, this is a conservative extreme. You took it from this program to being free crack pipes, motherfucker. Like what?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about those like programs or like even the guy we talked about a long time ago that he tried to explain to people how to use drugs safely. I feel like this is kind of like in that same line. But I mean, I guess I get it from a certain standpoint where they're going to do it anyway. So, you know, let's try to keep them, you know, safe as possible. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about the whole idea.
I'm on the fence on it because there's no safe way to smoke crack. If you're going to smoke it, then you're going to die. That's on you.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you're smoking crack, if you're, I don't think that sanitation and cleanliness of a crack pipe, you're like, oh no, I ain't smoking crack out of this. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Get this old dirty crack pipe out of my face. I need a real one.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I get a real crack pipe.
We seen the crackheads in LA. They doo-doo on the ground.
They don't give a fuck.
They're not worried about no clean.
They will smoke crack out of a fucking toaster if they could.
Man.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Yeah.
So it's like I just think that, like, I don't get this. I think that there's an approach. I guess the approach is the preservation of life, I guess. Like it's just backwards.
Yeah.
I don't agree with this whole thing. Just throw it away. Focus on, I think what the way they look at it is like, we can't get people off the streets or stop them from doing drugs. So let's approach this realistically and at least hope that they're doing it safely.
Yeah.
That's their take.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it, but
here's the problem with that. It's pandering. The reason why it's pandering is because you really don't give a fuck about these people. You don't. You really don't give a fuck about them, but you have to act like you at least care about them for your base to see that, hey, we see the homeless or underserved people that happen to be drug addicts. Because you go into LA, motherfuckers will stop in the middle of this. It'll be a person walking through an intersection that just starts smoking crack. Man, I remember I was getting my car washed, bro. No bullshit. I went to a car wash, and this is in town actually too. It's the car wash. You know where the Albertsons is back this way? You know, it's got a car wash right there. I drove to the automatic car wash spot, and when I pulled in, it was a dude sitting in the bay. Dude was behind me, like to the left, and he just started smoking crystal meth right there.
That's wild.
And I'm like, yo, I was just waiting for my car to get finished getting washed.
During the daytime?
It's during the daytime. Motherfucker smoking crystal meth. In a fucking car wash, it's suds and shit flying everywhere. This motherfucker's still smoking meth.
That's a day fade.
I'm like, crazy. Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, hey. Once I got done, I was like, hey, man, what the fuck?
What'd he say?
He was high as fuck.
Yeah.
He didn't know he probably thought that was Jesus or something. He didn't know who it was.
Yeah. No, that's scary, man. If they have
Jesus
like
black, man.
When they be on that crystal meth, they have no morals. It's just, you know, they just want to get high.
Yeah, they don't give
scary.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I guess this is an approach of like, they're going to do drugs anyways. At least let's make sure they're safe. Yeah. But it's like, we get it, bro. Like, this is money that could be going to somewhere else, though. If I'm gonna keep it, if I'm gonna keep it real, I think that there's a certain amount of accountability that people need to have at this point. That if you're gonna do drugs, you know that shit ain't safe. But I know there's a lot of people who own businesses and shit during COVID, and they lost their business. And I feel like if you can allocate that amount of money to buy, like getting clean smoke pipes and shit, you could get that shit to motherfuckers that lost their business.
No, that's real. Yeah, it's like, are you just extending their life a little bit? You know what I mean? I feel like if you make that, I think there should be a emphasis on like rehabilitation. But if you just aiding them in living a little bit longer so they could do more drugs, I don't really understand the logic, but Yeah, I don't know.
It's just pandering. There is no logic. It's just pandering. You are basically saying we want to do this for these people. You just want society to believe that, oh, I see you. I see you have a problem. You don't give a fuck about these people.
Nah.
You don't give a fuck. You just want to put some money towards them because you know that the base that follows you they want to stop homelessness or drug use or whatever, and if they feel that you've done anything that targets that, then they can support you. Because I guarantee you right now, Biden and Kamala, their numbers is trash.
Yeah, the approval rating.
Oh man, their approval rating is bad. It's in the motherfucking toilet.
Yeah, those people also aren't voting for you guys, so they're not going to no polls.
I mean, you buying crack pipes for motherfuckers is not gonna go to the poll.
That's crazy.
They're like, man, you know what I sure could use right now?
Yeah, I mean, at least if you help the Truckers Mind podcast.
I need me a good Biden pipe.
A good one.
That's what I need. Imagine a crackhead scratching his neck. Man, you know what? Back in the Biden administration, I used to get free crack.
Joe Biden ain't so bad.
He ain't so bad now. I used to get free crack. Now I gotta go back to sucking dick for crack. Nah, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think Trump would have did this though. Trump would have did something.
Oh, no way.
Trump would have did something else.
He's not trying to get no
though.
money out like that.
Nah, he ain't giving out no money at all. Yeah, he would have did something fucked up, but it would have not been this. He would have probably been like, we're giving $30 million away to little people, to midgets.
To midgets.
We're giving it to midgets with helmets. It's very tough being short. Here's $30 million.
That's the idea, though. That's the hard part about being a politician is you don't, as a citizen, you don't really know who's doing what out the kindness of their heart or if they're just trying to get votes. And I think that's the tough part about being a politician is it's all to get elected again, you know? So part of their job is to get elected.
Yeah, get elected and not do shit. That's what most politicians do. They tell you all the shit they're gonna do, and it just doesn't work like that. Yeah. We're gonna build a wall. The wall that Trump was building got blew down by high winds.
Yeah.
But it's like nobody talks about this.
Yeah.
Like the part of the wall has been blown over.
Yeah.
And people be like, Trump 2024. and
he didn't do anything for you guys.
He didn't do shit for y'all. But
he signed some executive orders though.
Yeah, all he did was just like he just basically reversed what fucking Obama had. He just made it a point to do it. You know, and Obama was very slick. He had a very slick tongue in which he used on Trump to make Trump feel like a little boy almost. You know what I mean? Whenever he responded to Trump, it was always like, "Oh, we got Donald here. All right, what's everybody else doing?" Like it was always like talking around Trump.
Yeah.
And then when Trump was able to galvanize enough people to vote for his stupid ass, and he won, Trump started talking his shit.
They probably thought it was a joke up until election day.
Yeah.
Then it was real. They for sure thought Hillary had it in a bag.
Yeah, Hillary thought she had it.
Barack had his feet kicked up somewhere.
Yeah, but you know, Hillary thought she had it, and then she showed up to the election looking like a Pokemon, and they said, "No, you lost."
How you get Jay-Z to rap for you and you still didn't win?
Jay-Z was like, "Why you lose like that? I can't have your back no more." You ready, B? Let's get out of here.
That's wild.
Oh man. All right.
They had this thing about Bun B was talking about Jay-Z, and he was talking, this is a total tangent,
really,
but he's talking about wealth and how a lot of times the rapper want to come in with all the chains on and all, you know, they want to look like money even though they in a bad record deal or whatever. But he's like, the thing that I've seen from Jay-Z is he's starting to move like the white boys that we knew growing up that had money, where, you know, they would come to school with flip-flops and shorts and a t-shirt with a hole in it or whatever. But he was saying like Jay-Z is he said he would show up to spaces with a sweatsuit on, and everybody else is, you know, got the Balenciagas and the Gucci and all this stuff on, and he was just saying like that's true wealth, when you that comfortable walking into the room and that you that comfortable with yourself to, like, he would show up to the Super Bowl today. Like, LeBron had the chains on and the Versace and all the other rappers was up there, and Jay-Z had like some t-shirt on and a LA hat and some sweatpants. And he was just chilling. So
yeah, man.
Yeah,
that wealth ain't no joke.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Not too much else on this. What am I missing? Ultimately, what I'll say too, though, is the racial undertone to some of the shit Ted Cruz said is crack cocaine has been considered like a black drug, or a drug that has affected the black community more than anything. But I think that when it comes down to, like, from a judicial standpoint, like the sentences are much harsher for crack cocaine than powder cocaine, which is why, so many people of color, black and brown people, went to prison for extensive, crazy sentences and mandatory minimums for crack. But if some dude snorting coke, some celebrity somewhere got powder in his nose, he's not getting any time for it. Cocaine is cocaine. But the racial, the disparity between those things are nuts. And to mention, he basically said they handing out free crack pipes to the black community. Like, that shit was that was what you would call like subliminal racism.
Yeah. Like,
we was talking earlier, like, racism is not overt anymore. It's not like, shut up, nigger, get off my bus. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. Now it's racism is in microaggressions now.
Yeah.
Now it's like we were talking about the quarterback. No, not even quarterback, Trey Lance. It'll be a different situation where it'll be like, do you live here? Do you live in this apartment building?
No, you have a real example with the Super Bowl halftime performance.
What's that?
When the dude responded to your comment.
Oh, yeah, that was a super microaggression. I posted on a 49er forum page. I was like, man, it's just tough seeing the Rams here. And he was like, yeah. He's like, this is a shit game and that trash-ass rap show, that halftime show. Now, here's the thing. The microaggression comes in where I never even mentioned the halftime show, nothing. But it seems like anything black, when you just jab at it for no reason, I feel like a lot of times that's a racial undertone. Yeah. Like, for example, let's just say, like, let's say it's Mexican Independence Day. And I'm like, and I mentioned something about Mexican Independence Day, and somebody's like, why do they need a day? Like, why can't they just be American? And why can't they speak American? Why do they have to speak Spanish? That to me is a racial microaggression. Like, why are you so mad if Mexicans don't speak English, motherfucker? How's it affecting your life?
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It's just what people do. And what happens is, and just recently at 24th Street Cafe, there was a woman that felt like she was racially discriminated against because they had been waiting outside, and the post got taken down, actually. I seen this yesterday. And I guess they had to wait outside, and then like somebody went in front of them, and then one of the workers told the woman, who was I think she's a little older woman, she didn't speak great English, and he told her, like, you hear me? Comprende?
Oh, dang.
And then he went inside. That's a racial microaggression.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's not a motherfucker calling you a nigger or some shit nowadays. It's through microaggressions.
You know what annoys me about those situations?
Yeah.
Is that same person or that same family will still go eat there.
Yeah, fuck all that. I ain't doing that.
I just feel like there's so many, and even there was a thing that came out about Jim Jones and how he wasn't receiving any help in the Gucci store or something like that. But I just feel like if we have these stances and if we are going to mention that we're being disrespected in any sort of restaurant or store or whatever, the best thing you can do is not give them money. So I hope that family never goes there again unless they receive some sort of apology from the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like I always say here, I will probably never step foot in La Mina again. Like they have, for no reason do I feel like giving them any of my hard-earned money. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just certain people that are ignorant, and they move that way with other people, and it's obvious. It's just certain people. Like, okay, I was having a conversation with the trucker, right? I'll keep his name nameless, but I could tell this dude was racist as fuck. Like, racist as fuck, but he was having a conversation with me, and he started basically talking about like Middle Eastern people, and he had like a name he was calling them that was pretty disparaging. And what I chose to do at that moment is just walk away. And the reason why is I'm not going to carry on a conversation with somebody that's referring to somebody else like that. Like I don't move like that. So what I realize is that you talking to me like that because I'm a black man and I'm not of that race. I remember I've had people try to talk crazy to me about Mexicans, calling them all kind of racial names. But you think because I'm a black man that I'm just going to be cool with you telling me that? Mm-hmm. Why? Because, you know, as soon as I leave, you're going to be calling me a nigger. Mm-hmm. Or you're going to be saying something crazy about me. So I don't move like that. Me and Keith crack jokes on here or whatever, and it's colorful for the podcast, but we don't move. We don't move like that, dog. Mm-hmm. You know, even though Keith's hair look like that, he's still a pretty good guy.
Mm-hmm. I'm a great guy, actually.
Yep. Mm-hmm. He uses slave gel in his hair.
What do you use, Eddie?
I don't have hair, Keith.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you, man. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, not a whole lot else, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the Super Bowl, you know. And for all those that seen that Nelly sex tape, I'm sorry, man. That Nelly was getting a blowjob.
Somebody said mushroom was trending after Nelly.
Oh no, not Nelly. It was Lil Fizz.
Oh, Lil Fizz, mushroom was trending.
They said funny. Dude's dick looked like a mushroom.
That's crazy.
They said he looked like one of those things off of fucking Super Mario. You know the ones you step
Toad.
on.
Oh.
The mushroom with the dots on it.
That's Toad.
That's Toad? Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know.
That's his name, yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. His name is Toad, but he's a mushroom?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
What the fuck?
I might be tripping.
Remember whenever you got that star on Mario Brothers that sped up?
He was going super fast.
And as soon as you about to win, you get bit by one of them fucking things. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah, Toad. That's his name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy times.
Yep.
They said it was a dead giveaway with Nelly because when he was getting a blowjob, he's like, underlay, mommy, yeah. Oh, what's popping tonight?
That's wild. They said, and I'm just quoting Angela pretty much, but maybe it was Angela. Somebody was like, I guess they were making fun of him because he was moaning. Oh. But if it feels good, like yeah, it's a natural thing.
I don't know, bro. If you're moaning like feminine, that's another story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can't be sounding like no female, but you know, a little bit of heavy breathing is perfectly okay.
Yeah, if somebody in there moaning, it's like
also like women like when they are pleasing a man, so they could, you know, how else do they know that they're doing a good job if you just?
I don't know though. I don't know because women they'll use it against you. That's why I had you moaning, bitch.
Well, that's a toxic woman. You should never have sex with her ever again. There's a lot of toxic women out here, man. You gotta start canceling these toxic hoes.
Hey, you know what's hilarious though? It'd be like, that's why I have my finger in your booty.
No, I told you about a scenario where this girl, she posted screenshots and she was like, that's why your dick little. I couldn't even, it wasn't even touching the back of my throat. I was like,
oh, that's fucked up.
And the dude was just, I don't know if he stole from her or what, but yeah, she didn't really out him because it was just screenshots, but yeah. It was just wild for her to say like, your dick wasn't even touching the back of my throat. That sounds crazy.
I think that's fucked up too, though. Yeah. I think it's wrong. Whatever he did, he stole from her or something. That's fucked up. Mm-hmm. But it's also messed up. Like if you don't like little dick, stop getting with little dick dudes.
Yeah, stop. Yeah.
Yeah, because all you're going to do is complain about a little dick when y'all break up.
If you're in a relationship, you know, if you're in a long-term relationship, don't say that after you broke up.
Yeah, women will be like, don't you ever raise your voice at me with that little ass dick.
Because a guy can't, yeah. If you got a little dick, do not raise your voice. But a guy can't say that to a female. And it doesn't even have the same weight. Like, nah. Like, that's why your titty's little. It don't even sound the same. That's why your pussy dry. Like, it doesn't even.
Because you don't know how to get wet, bitch.
Exactly. It always boils down to him having a little dick. The little dick can't get this pussy wet. That's why. It wasn't even touching the back of my throat.
That's why I called the police on you. Because it was little. Get out of my house.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. People are so crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looks like we're going to wrap this thing up. If you made it to the end of this podcast, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Fings.
We're out of here.
Peace.